Well, warmer weather is just about here, and that means the beginning of the cooling season. Now, I've got a central air conditioning unit that may be on its last leg, so I'm going to see about replacing it. A central air conditioning system has two major components, an outdoor condenser and an indoor air handler. The system's coolant is put under pressure by a pump inside the condenser. The coolant heats up, but is quickly cooled down by air drawn through the condenser's cooling fins. The chilled coolant then circulates to the air handler and the cooling coils inside. As indoor air flows over the coils, it becomes cooler. I've invited Jen Crisanti, project manager for Encon Heating and Air Conditioning, to come by and take a look at my system.
By the model number, it looks like it's 25 years old, so it is at the end of its life.
That's about all you can expect? About
18 to 25 years in the year that it was manufactured, so it's time to replace it. I'd also replace the pad underneath it.
Why is that? I mean, is it...
Well, you want the unit to be level, and with the rain and snow, it's going to unlevel a little bit, so you want to keep it level so all the coils are showing, and so that it functions the way it should be.
Anything else out here that's going to require attention?
I would replace this refrigeration line going all the way up to the top, and along with your new drain line. I'd also put a cover over it so that it looks nice, neat, and for aesthetic purposes. And it also protects the line from the sun and deteriorating like this.
Yeah, well, that would be a big improvement if
yes.
You can cover up some of that. With that, Jen and I head up to the attic. Well, obviously we're in the attic here, Jen, and here's the existing air handler. Now, this is not nearly as old as the condenser outside. Is it necessary to replace this?
It's typically not necessary, but in your case it will be. Just because it runs an R22 and it's a refrigerant that is now obsolete, you have to replace them both so they can be compatible with each other.
So the condenser runs on a new refrigerant, and it has to be matched up with an air handler that runs on the same refrigerant?
Correct.
Besides the air handler right here, what else would you be doing up here, if anything?
Well, we'll be replacing your electronic air cleaner with a new model electronic air cleaner made by Trane.
And what about the ductwork up here? Does it look okay?
Everything looks great. I think I would just replace this piece here, replace a couple of pieces here because this is the old R4 flex runs, so we'll put new R8 insulator factor in it. And so we'll put a brand new piece here, a new piece going behind the unit as well since it's old. Other than that, most of this stuff can stay.
I decide to move ahead with the project, and Jen gets things rolling. A week later, Encon Heating and Air Conditioning, a certified Trane dealer, arrives to begin the installation. Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are you? Ron, good.
How you doing? I'm Rich.
Hey, Rich.
Nice to meet you. How's it going? I'm Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome. Come on in.
All right, thank you.
Brian and Rich get right to work, disconnecting and then removing the old condenser. Then they lift up the old pad, wheel it away, and replace it with a new one, checking to make sure it's level. The new condenser is Trane's state-of-the-art model XL18i. It features, among other things, a newly designed WeatherGuard top, reducing the likelihood of rain, snow, leaves, and debris entering the unit. The unit comes with increased efficiency that, I expect, will substantially lower my home cooling costs. It also offers two-stage cooling. Once the condenser is in place, it's time to remove the unsightly lines and pipes coming down from the attic. Up in the attic, Brian and Rich begin disassembling the air handler, first by detaching the ductwork, then removing the unit itself. Finally, the support chains and drip pan are taken down. A professional installation company makes sure all old equipment is carried out and removed from the job site. This Trane M-Series air handler I'm getting features a variable speed motor and Comfort R technology, a fan setting that allows the blower to slowly ramp up, removing more moisture while it's cooling. The all-aluminum coil found in this air handler is many times more durable than standard copper coils, which are susceptible to corrosion. The two main parts of an air handler are the coils, which get cold, and the fan, which draws indoor air through the coils, cooling the air in the process. In an attic like mine, the air handler is often suspended from the rafters with chain. A professional installation includes a drip pan beneath the air handler to capture condensate and drain it to the ground outside. With the air handler secured in place, Rich cleans the dusty return duct, while Brian installs a couple of new fittings. Then the two technicians begin connecting the ductwork to the air handler and sealing the seams using aluminum foil insulation tape. One of the major flexible supply ducts is replaced with a rigid metal duct with thicker insulation. This will also improve airflow. The Train 3-stage CleanEffects air cleaner I've chosen removes up to 99.98% of airborne particles, making it 8 times more effective than even the best HEPA room filters. We're also installing this air scrubber. It attaches directly to the ductwork and is based on technology originally developed for the International Space Station. It uses light waves to reduce odors and remove smoke, pet dander, and contaminants on surfaces. Electronic filter, cooling coils, circulation fan. The major elements of an air handler. The next step in this installation is to solder the refrigerant lines in place and connect the condensate drain line and P-trap. This pretty much finishes things up here in the attic. Outside, it's time to install the line set enclosure, starting at the top and working to the bottom. The refrigerant lines are uncoiled, strapped together, and set into the enclosure, and the cover snapped into place. Quite a difference from the old look to the new. Next, the refrigerant lines are bent into shape and soldered in place. Brian then makes the final electrical connections, and the condenser is ready to go. The thermostat is the final piece in my new system. It's digital, programmable, and perhaps best of all, capable of being controlled from my smartphone. So there you have it, a complete central air conditioning replacement. Now, typically, a job like this takes 1 to 2 days. Now I have a system that's quieter, more economical to operate, able to filter and scrub the indoor air for pollutants, bacteria, and viruses, and can be operated from my smartphone. I'm good to go.